When I saw you yesterday.
It's my peacock.
I'm not wasting your time, I'm not playing no game.
That's funny. Oh, music off. Quick. Music off. Where's the music? I'm turning it off, Facebook. I'm turning it off. Turning it off. Gotta be careful. Facebook get a bit cranky when when you play music. Sorry about that. Oh, good morning. Good. I can see you all coming through. Awesome. How is everybody? Make sure you say hello. Hey, Amanda, how's your trip going? I'm seeing your beautiful pictures. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, if you can jump on and say hi, that'd be great. Just waiting a couple of seconds. There we go. Alrighty. Morning, Kellyanne. Good morning. A little bit croaky, not too bad. Had money school meetup last night. Our last money school meetup. Oh my God. And then I made another one. I can't let go. I have trouble letting go. But that was the final, last night was our final monthly meetup, our final Q&A call. And I created another one. And we're going to have a celebration call now to celebrate all the amazing work that everybody has done in these last few months. It's been incredible. Good morning. Awesome. Everybody's joining. Okay, great. I love seeing that. So here we go. This is what I want to talk about. I've got this head cold thing going on, and I talked a little bit about yesterday what's happening out in the cosmos. You know, go for Elizabeth Peru, all that stuff. Hey, Melinda, make sure you watch the Money School replay. I answered your question in there last night. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I've got this cold, right? All this stuff to do. And I want you to tell me that I'm not the only person that does this. So I get this cold and I go straight into being cranky about having the cold. So annoyed, so cranky. So why now? Why do I get the cold now? I've got all this stuff to do. Why am I getting the cold now? What's happening? I've got to do this. I've got to do that. I'm going to go to bed really early so I can get up with a little bit more refreshed and just smash out a whole lot of work in a short period of time and then go and take a nap. So I've kind of got a little bit of the self-care happening, but there's still initially the self-beat up happening. And it's, I don't know. It's, I know that my mind is going, you know, we know that there's the three things, right? There's our head, our heart, and our soul. My head's going, but you said, but you wanted to, but you're going to do this. Hey, Priscilla, thanks for joining live. You said you were going to do this. You said you were going to do that. It's frustrating. You haven't. It's funny you joined, Priscilla. I can refer. This is all about homeschool as well. You know, it's the end of term. You haven't done what you said you were going to do. The kids, you've got one more term left. You've got to do all the stuff and blah blah blah, and the planner and the money school and the academy. And now you get sick. So what I notice all the time, and I don't get sick very often. See, that's the other thing. I had a little bit of, I'm weird. I had a bit of a challenge going on with myself. Like, I wonder if you can go a whole 2 years without a cold. Because my mum never got a cold. She was never sick. Never sick. She did drop dead with an aneurysm when she was 59. But up until that point, she was never sick. She just didn't get colds. She didn't get the flu. And that's something that I've always wanted to strive for as well, is to not have sickness. Because I know that it's possible, right? So here we go, 2 years of nothing, just no sickness. And I'm going, oh, I reckon that's because I high vibe it every day and I'm in a positive mood and it's, you know, I don't need to release anything, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anyway, so here I am with a cold, a croaky throat, watery eyes, that whole thing. But I want to go back to the beat up. I go straight into beat up instead of self-love and self-care. And I go, you know, here's the other one. You should have been taking your vitamins. You should have been eating properly. You knew that this was coming. You knew that you were going to be busy. You should have been drinking more water. You should have been doing more exercise, and I should all over myself. So here's this poor, we wouldn't do this to a little baby, right? Here's this poor little thing who's sick and got a runny nose and just wants to have a rest, listening to this berating parent going, you should have eaten all your vegetables. You should have this, you should have that. We would not do what we do to ourselves to a little child or a little baby. We would nurture them. We would love them up. We would make them chicken noodle soup. We'd tuck them in nice and tight into their bed and make sure their socks are on. We'd rub essential oils on their feet and we would love them up. and cuddle them and rock them and veg out with them while they were being sick, right? Yet we get to this grown-up stage and all we want to do is beat the shit out of that little kid and go, for fuck's sake, what are you being sick about again? There's no need for you to be sick. Moving on. I'm sorry, Jonathan's just distracted me. He's got my coffee.
It's so distracting.
And he's so handsomely distracting in his fluoro. Thanks,
I'm very well dressed. Look at me.
Get out. So, what I want to say to you today is whatever's going on for you, because I know after having our money school meetup last night and talking in the Rich Living Room and watching what's happening, a lot of people are feeling heavy, sick. You know, there's I know in Australia there's been this crazy flu go around. I don't have the flu. I've definitely got a release happening. And there's two ways that we can deal with that. The first one is to start to treat ourselves like we would treat our children, even if you don't have children. If there was a baby outside in a capsule right now with a snotty nose, cold and miserable, what would you do? All right? You would love and nurture. I want you to start thinking about yourself, doing that for yourself and taking the moments. Colds don't last forever, right? We've got plenty of time up our sleeves to get the homeschooling done, get this done, get that done. It always gets done. It really does. It always gets done. This is the thing I talk about in the academy and goal setting. We don't know what's going to unfold. So we can't say on the 30th of September, this is going to happen, because we don't know what's happening up until that 30th. Here we are, 12th, 13th of September today. I've got things that I thought was going to happen on the 30th. I'm working towards them, but a goal can't be as tight as that because shit happens. But you've got to let the shit go, and you've got to let go, sit in it. You've got to let it go. You've got to release it so that you can keep moving towards that goal. Or else you're just going to get exhausted. You're just going to get burnt out. You're just going to get too tired, right? So definitely be more caring, more gentle, more loving, more empathic with yourself, right? There was a second thing and I've forgotten what it was. What was the second thing? What was the second thing? I don't know. That pretty much covers it, right? So, yes, be gentle. Know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is always okay. Just back off a bit and think of yourself as that beautiful child. What would you do and how would you care for them? Right? Okay. So I just want to, because I know lots of people are saying colds, yeah? So a reminder, Secret Language of Your Body. Oh, hey, Rob. Hey, Robin. Secret Language of Your Body book. This is Ina Segal. I'm interviewing her on a Facebook Live on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. All of those details are going to be on my Facebook page and also in the Rich Living Room group. But while I've got you here this morning and we're talking about colds, because I haven't looked up colds yet, I'm pretty sure that it has something to do with releasing, but let's go have a quick look. Because, organically, what's the word? Cosmically, my brain's a bit fried. Cosmically, lots of shit happening, right? And it's all about this expansion. And I know when you step into this work and you're hearing this work for the first time, expansion is growth, right? Obviously, something expands, something's growing. And we all do that. We constantly do that. We do that when we, every year, we kind of allocate that in our minds as humans. Every year we grow. Every grade we go through school, we grow. But if we take all that off and just look at ourselves as humans, we expand. So we expand from babies to children to toddlers, to children to teens and on. So expansion is always happening. And usually when you've got physical signs to it, I'm just trying to see if she's got cold. When you've got a physical sign to it, it's a big one. It's a big release. So let me just see if it's probably not as easy as looking. Oh yeah, colds, 143. So I'm calling mine a cold. I definitely don't have the flu. If you have the flu, it's going to be different. But so let's look at colds because I know that's appropriate. That's funny. Colds. Scattered. Too much to do. Too many responsibilities. Too much pressure to perform. Refusing to listen to your body and slow down. feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and worn out, needing time out, confused about what choices to make. Resonate much? Hello. Resonating for everybody? Funny. Yeah. Okay. So on that note, oh, Kellyanne, Ina sent you a friend request. That's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, releasing. Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at your comments. That's really funny. So now, I don't want to go too long with this. Hello, can you hear me now? This is where confusion sometimes can creep in, right? Those of you that are doing the work with me, hey Gemma, thank you for sharing my cracking the code. I saw you do that. Thanks very much. If you've been working with me and you've been doing the work of Money School, or you've been doing even the Alchemy of Intention inside the Academy, you know that we go with the flow, right? And going with the flow means asking the question, what is my next logical step? So when you're planning out your year and you're going, okay, what's my purpose? Where am I going? Then it's we kind of naturally, because of the human race, we live in the human race, fall into this pattern of time and this pattern of got to get it done by. And when we just need to separate that a little bit, because now you're listening to me in September, having said in January, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And then all of that came from flow, right? So the planner came from flow initially. The planner came from flow. The very first one, the planner came from flow. Is it still coming from flow? I need to check in with that. The Money School. Money School came from flow last September. Is Money School still in flow? Is that still required? I know we've got it on our timetable to release it in October. Yes, we do. Okay, great. Awesome. Great. That's still in flow. Everything's going smoothly with that. That's awesome. I can let that unfold. Everything with the Academy, how's that going? You set out to do that this year. How's that going? Is it all in flow? Okay, well, this is happening, feeling a bit full, whatever. I'm not saying any of this is true, by the way. I'm just rambling. That you then have to go back to flow. So if you look at me right now, I know today I don't have a free day. I have a free day of appointments in the morning. So my morning this morning is free from an appointment point of view. I've got no personal one-on-one contact that I need to have with anybody. No commitments. So I'm going to rest and retreat and show up for the commitments I'm going to rest and retreat and ask the question, what is required next? I have these appointments this afternoon. Are these okay? Is that in flow? And I'm already asking that question myself, and I know that they are. So can keep coming back to flow, but keep the compassion in there as well. Does that make sense? This work is ongoing work, and it is a layering. It's a removing of layers, and then it's looking back at the layers, and it's a removing of layers, and then it's looking back at the layers. Yeah? So make sure that you are always looking at yourself from a place of compassion, from a place of gentleness, acceptance. I accept that I have a cold. I accept it today. It's taken me 3 days, but today I'm accepting it. All right. Okay. I've got a cold. Fine. All right. Do I need to have some rest? Yes, you do. Okay, great. What do I need to do to manage that without the thinking of, but oh my God, what about this? And oh my God, what about that? Come at it from a gentle place. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I will see you. So we're down to the wire now. Thursday, Friday. Those of you who haven't joined, that weren't here yesterday, I've got 2 weeks holidays, and then so we've got the rest of this week for High Vibes, 2 weeks holidays, and then High Vibes will be coming back in a different format. I know, it's very exciting. So stay tuned. If you want to stay tuned about everything that's happening, hang out in the Rich Living Room, or even better still, jump on my email list, because that you'll get something every week from me about what's happening, and you'll be very well informed and know what's going on. Awesome, guys. Relax into it. Let it flow. See ya.